Y'all, so I am back. So this is going to be a video on this hair. I'll be showing you how I did this quick weave protective style. None of my hair is out whatsoever. So if you want to see how I got this hair and where it's from, then keep on watching. Okay, y'all, so this hair is from Bgmgirl hair. This is the bag. So the bag just looks like this, and it doesn't say the company's name on it. It just says 100% human hair made in China. So on the bag, I just wrote the company's name. And for the hair that I have two 26s, a 24 and a 22 inch. I did not use all of them. I will show you the hair in just a second. Also, it came with this little card. So this is the company. And then it's like a thank you. And then this is some of the hair that I had left over. I didn't use all of it. So from my ponytail, I did cut a piece off. So one of these is from the ponytail. And then from the back, I used 2 bundles and I didn't finish out the second bundle. So one of these is from that as well. So that is the hair. And then also, this is how the hair comes. This is the extra bundle that I had left over. So in the back, I put the 2 26s, and then at the top, I put the 22. I did cut the hair, so that's why it is shorter. But this is the 24 that I have left over. So you can always reuse hair from a quick weave as well. Like you can make a wig with it, or you can use it for another quick weave if you want to. So yeah, these are the bags that the hair came in. And then they also did send a pair of lashes. These are the lashes. They're actually cute. So yeah, that's everything that came inside of the bag. And yeah, this hair is a water wave texture, but for me, it's definitely more curly. You can see here on the bag, it says water wave. And this is the 24 inch, like I said. But this hair is definitely a lot more curly. The bottom part is still pretty wet. The top is drying. But I did just wet the hair down. But it did still turn out cute. And I did give the hair a trim because I didn't use a lot of bundles in the back. So I feel like the hair was not as full as what I wanted it to be. I didn't even use a full 2 bundles. So I just trimmed off a little bit. Plus, I just felt like it would look cuter shorter. But yeah, the hair is still wet and drying. So yeah, if y'all want to see how I did this quick weave, then keep on watching. Also, I don't have any hair out with it. The back, if you can see, whenever I move the ponytail, my hair is not out at all. I hope y'all can see. And then this is the pony. And yeah. Okay, so I already prepped my hair by parting it half up, half down. I braided the back, and y'all know I just do 2 braids. They're not the tightest. So then what I'm going to do is grab one of the ends of the braids and just weave it through the other braid. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm just going to pull that tight and then go ahead and twist the rest of the hair together. And then I'm also going to tuck that piece in as well. Then after we do that, I'm going to go ahead and put a cap on. You can go ahead and spray your hair down with some hairspray before you do this, but I just did it on top and I didn't have any problems removing it or having my hair come out or anything like that. So I just put a cap on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. This isn't a dome cap, it's just a stocking cap. And then I'm just spraying it down with some got to be glued hairspray, all on top of the cap and also on the side where my hair is exposed, because tracks will be glued onto my hair there. But like I said, I didn't have any issues with my hair. Whenever you take it down, definitely just use some conditioner to really soak it and have the tracks slide out easily, or even shampoo. Shampoo works really good as well to get the tracks to slip out. So as I'm just spraying it down, I'm going in and blow drying it and just adding more hairspray. And you want to get this nice and dry. Go do something for a while if you don't want to sit there just blow drying. But then I'm going to come back and start sectioning off the tracks to go ahead and cut them and lay them down into place. So basically you just measure, cut, put some glue, and then go ahead and lay the track where you want it to be. So this does not have to be perfect, but you do want to do a U kind of shape, so that way you don't have to leave any hair out. So I'm just going back in, adding another track, and it's just real easy and repetitive. You know, you can't really see the back of your head that good to just lay it perfectly, but you can get the job done by yourself. You don't need anyone to do this for you. So I'm just adding tracks on, and the cap definitely slid back a lot for this video. Before, whenever I did it, I don't think the cap slid back this much, but it's still okay. I didn't have any problems with my hair once again. So I'm just adding tracks and just going up. If there is some spaces in between, you can always go back in and add some extra tracks in. But yeah, if you don't want it to be super full, you can skip some spaces, but more so at the top, you want to make sure that it's nice and full and your cap is not going to be exposed. So I'm just still going in a U-shaped pattern and working my way up to the top. And since this hair is curly, it doesn't even really matter that my hair is more bulky with my braids. And even I've done this before with hair that isn't curly and it still looks fine. Like you can't tell that it's like a bump in the back or something like that. Like it still comes out nice and flat, if y'all know what I'm saying. So I'm just still working my way up to the top and adding my tracks. So I'm getting closer to the top section and the hair is curly, so it's kind of like in the way for you to really see what I'm doing. But I did still want to leave some clips in so y'all can see how I'm actually adding the hair on. And also I will grab the blow dryer in between adding tracks and go ahead and blow dry that down as well to make sure that the tracks are stuck into place and drying properly where I want them to be. So now I've added all of my tracks and you can see how it looks. Y'all will see at the end once again how the top part looks, and you can already see here, you can see like the part, and there is none of my hair out to cover the tracks. And the way that this works is because you're doing a U-shaped pattern, and then once you get to the top, you're going to do a small little straight track at the top, and that's the only track that's exposed. But since you're doing a ponytail, it's going to cover it anyway, if you know what I'm saying. If you want to do like a top knot, then you're going to have to leave some of your hair out to cover that track area, but you can do it just in that little middle part where you don't have to part out your hair all the way across, if y'all know what I'm saying. So now I'm adding my hair on to the top portion for my ponytail, and y'all know I don't like to use hairpins, so I just go in and I use a end piece from the track, a piece of the hair, and I wrap that around first, and then I will start wrapping the tracks around. So I'm just going to keep going through and wrapping the tracks around until I have gotten enough hair on my ponytail that I want. You can use a whole bundle, but I felt like it was going to be a little bit too much, so I did use maybe like half or a little bit more than half. I ended up cutting off some of it and just doing it like that, because with the curly hair it's more full than like a straight hair or whatever. So yeah, you just want to keep moving the hair out of the way and going right underneath, wrapping the tracks around, and you will see me kind of like tightening up and pulling the track a little bit to tighten it up so that it doesn't just slip or loose. But you don't want to do this too tight to the point that you're going to have a headache. Like, don't pull it too tight, but pull it tight enough that it's not going to come out of place. And then once I get to the end, I grab another piece of hair, and I'm just going to use that piece of hair to wrap around to finish off the ponytail. And this is going to hold the track into place without having to use any hairpins, which is good because hairpins be sticking you and it's just uncomfortable and just not it. Like, you'll be ready to take your hair down fast just because the hairpin is sticking you. So now I have completed adding the ponytail on, and this is how the hair looks fresh out of the pack after adding it. It's not defined or anything like that, so I definitely have to wet it down and, you know, get this hair nice and laid. So I'm going to take a piece from the end and I'm just going to flat iron it out so that I can go ahead and do my band to wrap around. And this is going to conceal any tracks from the ponytail. Really, you can't really see it anyway. And if you wanted to add like some knockers or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that instead without having to do this piece. But I just more so wore it in this style with the band wrapped around. So I just flat ironed a piece of hair, and then I'm going to go in and spray it with the same Got To Be Glued hairspray, and taking a fine tooth rat tail comb and just smoothing it out adding more hairspray where it's needed, and then you will start to wrap around the band for your ponytail. I feel like the band is always the thing that polishes off a ponytail. Whenever I do just a full ponytail or even a half up, half down, the band is what gives it that nice, sleek, crisp look. Like, it makes it just look like you put so much more effort into it than you had to, if you know what I mean. So I'm just adding more hairspray, and then also you want to keep going in with your fine tooth comb and combing it out to make sure that the hairs are nice and flat and laying in the direction that you want them to go. And then I'm going to just wrap this band around and continue to do that to get my band nice and thick and how I want it to be. So I did go ahead and speed this clip up because it's just the same repetitive process, adding hairspray, using the comb, smoothing it out, and just wrapping the band around until you have completed wrapping the whole section of hair around until it's completely gone. And you can already see that it's given a nice polished kind of look. And once you get to the end, you just want to wrap this piece as well and spray it with some hairspray so that it can stay in place, and go ahead and blow dry it down. So that's pretty much it. I did go ahead and trim this hair, but y'all will see that in the end clip. Alright y'all, so it's the next day. So this is the actual completed look of the hair. So what I actually did is I just wet it down again. I did cut a little bit of the top part just a little bit shorter, but other than that, that's all I did. And you can see that the hair is not given a blunt cut. It is still a wet at the bottom, and the top is still a little wet, almost dry, but the bottom is still wet for sure. But yeah, this pretty much concludes the look. I was still thinking that I might want to cut the hair a little more at the bottom part, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it for now. And you can always add hair accessories to your ponytail, like some balls or whatever you want to do. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And I think it turned out super cute. Definitely curly though, not a water wave. This is curly, like, to me. But yeah,